little favour as well. I can see a lot of you have your phone.
Hello my lovelies and welcome back to a Kooky Corner of YouTube. Yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it? I've been away for a little while, busy helping out and doing things with family, and so I thought it was time for a little bit of a catch up. I hope you enjoyed the little bit of footage that I got from York when we went the other day. That was to celebrate my daughter's birthday, and so we had the day out in York and had a thoroughly good time. So yeah, the Minster is always beautiful, but even more so the fact that there was less scaffolding on it. This is probably the first time we've been where there hasn't been major scaffolding. There was a small bit, but not too much, so we can actually see most of the Minster, so that was great. Anyway, back onto things that I've been doing. So this is one of the most recent things I've been doing. I made this little cat, and I think I'm going to mount him on a notebook. That's the plan, I think. So I've done a little cat with some of the fabrics that I got from Annie Claxton in the stitchy squares packs that she sent out in the colours of yellow and orange, and so I did this little cat here. I have been doing a lot of drawing while I've been away. I think I showed you some of the drawings that I did. That was well received. That was the latest one that I've just done. It's kind of like a liony, foresty lion, parsley, if you remember parsley from the herbs, kind of creature. And I want to make this guy 3D as well. I've got plans to have a go at making these into some kind of 3D objects as well, along with this Triffid guy here. So that's something in the pipelines that I'm working on at the moment. What else have I been doing? Well, I have been doing a lot of reading. Recently finished a book called The Tainted Cop, but I've left that for my daughter to read because it's so good. So I've finished that one. Now rereading these guys. Had to reread this because of the prompt for this month for the postcard sale is Plants versus Triffids. These are one of the things that you grab out to read once every few years, and I love John Wyndham anyway, so there'll be another 2 more that I'll be reading after this one. So Day of the Triffids is my first one. Had to go back to Midwich Cuckoos. Hadn't realised there's also an original TV series based on this, so I might have to go and search that one out as well. After these 2, I'm going to be reading The Kraken Wakes and The Chrysalids, also by John Wyndham, because John Wyndham is one of my favourite authors. Way back when I was a teenager, I actually ravaged the whole of the library to read everything that I could by John Wyndham and Ray Bradbury. So those are my 2 major loves when I was probably about 11, 12, and I absolutely read everything that they wrote. Well, everything I could get my hands on. And so I'm working my way back through John Wyndham's collection at the moment. Something else I'm having a go at. It looks a little bit like a weird creature, but it isn't. It is, it could be a weird creature if I wanted it to be, but it isn't. It is part of, let me show you. It's probably easier to show you. It is a Fey elf hood. I bought the pattern from Earth's Tricks on Etsy, so if you are interested in making your own one of these, then that's where you need to go, and I will link it down in the description box below if anybody's interested to go and get themselves a pattern to make this. It is awesome. I'm having such a fun time with it because you literally using up, it's like a stash buster basically. You can use whatever you like, you can decorate, so you can sew into it, put some bobbles on, because I do like a bit of bobblage, don't you? Doesn't everybody like bobblage? So that's as far as I've got. Basically it's got a long tail, if you like, and then you do some little leaves that go on the end of there if you want to. I mean, you don't have to. But yeah, I think it's really cool, and I also like this green weight that my daughter would probably like as well, because she likes the greens at the moment. And if you get stuck on any particular points, this pattern has a walkthrough. So there is a video linkage within this pattern that you can go and click on to find out how to make the rest of it. But this is as far as I've got so far, and I'm really enjoying this immensely. Hopefully, because it's made in a chunky wool, I'm using Chunky Monkey and some of the wool that I had left over from the scarves I made at the end of December. So I'm using that because that's chunky wool. So yeah, so that's ongoing, and I will show you when I finish it so that you can see what it looks like. But it is such a fun thing to do. I do have to concentrate a little bit because there's increases on almost every round and everything is slightly different. So it's one of those that I can't kind of relax into, but thoroughly enjoying doing it anyway. So that's that one. Now, if you are around tomorrow, I do believe that Annie Claxton has a Saturday night in live going on. And I think she said something about doing twiddle muffs. If you don't know what a twiddle muff is, you're going to have to look it up. It's basically one of these like hand muff things with, as I recall, it's got lots and lots of textures and lots of things that you can play around with. And it's used mainly for older people with Alzheimer's or dementia, because it tends to settle them down and calm them down. So I do believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Annie, that's what you're going to be doing in your live on Saturday. That's tomorrow. So I was trying to figure out what I'm going to do along with Annie when I am watching, and I didn't want something too complicated. And this, I won't show you all of it because it's not fair, but it's like a little fidget flower. And it's from Sierra's Squishies. Let me just show you that one there. So it is only available, you can buy it as a download, but you can also get it from her Instagram. But you know, it's just not printable. You just have to work along with it. So it's kind of like a swipe along thing and you'll get the next part of it. But I will leave a link to that below because I'm really kind of looking forward to having a go at making one of those maybe with you, Annie, as you're doing your twiddle muff. So that's two things I'll leave a link for in the description below. I'm just taking you up into the studio now. Sneak peek at my shelves that all need rearranging. Just to show you something that I've been working on. This is Gloria, by the way. Hello, Gloria. How are you doing? And Gloria is kindly modelling my upcycled tie that I have been making. I did promise you a tutorial on this, or something along the methods of making it. So that's going to be in the pipeline for April for sure. So that's that. And you can see that Gloria is modelling it perfectly nicely. So if anybody's interested in this, please let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, I'll just keep making them for myself. But I've got this one, and I have got another one that I want to make, which is kind of like a collar. It's kind of, you put it over jumpers and things, but it's like a slow stitch collar. So I'm going to be doing that as well. So yeah, hope that's of interest to you all. Something else I'd like to do this month is to get back into some of my hand dyeing, dip dyeing, the threads and yarns and fabrics. I'm hopeful that I will be getting some Procyon dyes at some point this month, maybe towards the end of this month. But I still got my Dynaflow that I want to play with, and also looking at other methods of dyeing and colouring fabrics and things like that. And I dug out this book. I don't know if I've ever shown you this one before, but this is Gail Callahan's hand dyeing yarn and fleece, and it is a super interesting and very informative book on dyeing fabrics and yarns, and I'm going to be delving deeper into some of these for myself this month. So I'm going to be doing all the reading. Then hopefully at the end of the month I might have my Procyon dyes and I can have a go at playing around with those. So that's going to be a thing for this month too. What else was there? There was something else I was going to be doing with you. Oh, the great big the rolling scrolling pin of doom that I've still got ideas for, and I will be making the start on this month. I know it was quite a while back, but things have occurred, and so I've not been able to proceed with that until now. So hopefully this is a time where I might be getting back into that one. Just a quick self-promo moment. I have got some more of these in my Etsy shop. I relisted them this morning, and so there were 15. I think there's 14 of these in there at the moment. So they're the Rainbow Connection stitch postcard kits with all the little bits of fabric, all the little doodads, and a felting needle, some wool felt, some wool tops to play around with, threads, sequins, you name it, it's in this pack. So if you are interested in grabbing one of these, I won't be making any more for a while after this 14 have gone. They probably will be restocked at some point in time, but it won't be for the foreseeable. So that is now in the shop if you want one of those. The other thing that I have got also is the bud vases that I showed you, and I have got a pattern for these in my Etsy shop also, and they have got a video tutorial that is not available to anybody unless you bought the pattern, and that's also in my Etsy shop. So yeah, a little bit of self promo there, but just in case you're interested, I know some people were interested in getting hold of this and then missed out with the first lot that I put through. So as I said, there are some there if you would like one of them. Yeah, so that's it from a little catch up from me. I think that's all I have at the moment, because I've literally just come back from Yorkshire, and so I'm trying to wash everything while the weather is vaguely nice in Devon. I believe it's been raining here for quite a lot of the Easter time, and actually we had a fabulous time up in Yorkshire. It was really kind of fairly warm, well, as warm as Yorkshire gets, with lots of beautiful sunshine. So we've had a whale of a time. But I want to know what you've been doing, guys. So you tell me in the comments down below, what have you been getting up to? So what are you making? What are you reading? What plans have you got? Are you going to be going away on holiday anywhere nice? I'm so nosy. I like to know all of the things. So please do leave me a comment down below if you are enjoying the content that I put out. Admittedly, I've not been here much this past couple of weeks, but I have been trying to put things out for you. So yeah, I'd like to know all about you in my comments. And if you wouldn't mind giving me a cheeky like and a wonderful subscribe, and I will do my happy dance when anybody subscribes. It always makes me happy. And I can't believe it as well. I went over 13,000 subscribers. I am so happy to have you with me, guys. I can't even tell you how much it makes me happy to be sharing all the things that I love along with you. Anyway, that's enough waffle from me. I will see you very soon back here with something else. Bye for now.